So in January, we wrapped up at around 23 to 25K cash collected and around 43K a month revenue. And this is our best month to date. And I just want to show you some of the things that I've learned so far working for this company. It's Project White Rabbit, and it's just run by 3 people, including me, Elijah, Pascal, and Homero. This is what I learned, and I'm going to be aiming this towards aspiring setters or current setters or closers who are looking at certain companies that they might want to work with. These are some of the things that I've learned and what you need to keep an eye on. So the first thing is making sure that they have a rock solid offer. The people you are trying to work for, they have a rock solid offer, rock solid marketing, and rock solid sales. This is arguably the most important thing, because yeah, you can go work with a company that's a startup almost, like they're just still in the starting stages. I know with Project White Rabbit, with Elijah, I kind of joined in when he was still kind of at zero, right? So he was still kind of at zero. So I kind of broke this rule in the beginning, but we grew very quickly because he already had sales experience from his previous closing position. He did a lot in that position. Like, he made a lot of commission. He did very well, got very successful in that. So that's why I keep saying learn high income skills, because once you know them, you'll become recession proof and they never leave you. So this transferred onto when he was running his own company, his coaching company. And if you can close consistently, all you need now is a solid offer and a solid marketing process. So if you're a closer, you want to make sure that the company you're looking at is, they have a good marketing. They have a good offer. Make sure it's rock solid. Make sure the marketing is already proven, tried and tested. Avoid startups, avoid companies that are just starting out and don't have really any proof of concept, because it's rare that you're gonna succeed with them, unfortunately. So let them figure it out first on their own. Chances are, anyway, if they're starting out, like, they don't need setters and closers. I've told this in the last video, where if you're at around 0 to 10K a month or 0 to 15K a month, you shouldn't be looking at a closer yet. You need to have proof of concept on your marketing and your sales. With Elijah, he already had a solid offer, which is, as you know, helping 9 to 5 people or students or average people break out of the matrix and start earning 5 to 10K a month plus by becoming a high ticket setter or a closer, right? That resonates with a lot of people, because he knows what the market's pain points and the market desires are. Like, they're probably working in a 9 to 5 they hate, or in school, and they know they're meant for more. So he has that dialed in. So that's the first box ticked. The second box ticked is marketing. This guy had gone viral on TikTok. Like, if you go on his TikTok, I'll probably see if I can link it in the description or put an image somewhere. And I'll also put images of Stripe screenshots. Like, I hate to be that guy, but I need to show you proof that we're not capping. So he gone viral on TikTok. He had a TikTok that reached 1.2 million viewers, or 1.2 million plays, whatever they call it. So I don't go on TikTok anymore. And then that wasn't just a one-hit wonder. Like, he had several TikToks go viral as well. And he had call to actions running to his Instagram page. So we're kind of revealing our marketing tactic here. It was inbound, it was TikTok, and then CTA to run into our Instagram account, where we would seal the deal and get them on the calendar. So that was ticked off as well. And obviously the sales, I don't need to say anymore, was ticked off as well, because he done very well at his closer position. So with foundations like that, it's very hard to lose. So when you're looking at a company, make sure their offer is good. Make sure they had testimonials. Make sure they've done considerably well for themselves already, because that's obviously a good indicator. If people are willing to pay for the offer, then that's a good example. That's probably a good sign that it's a good offer. And make sure that the marketing is predictable. Make sure that the marketing has worked for some time now. Make sure you're clear on what they're actually doing for marketing. Is it Facebook? Is it Instagram? Is it ads? What are they doing? This is stuff that you need to ask in the interview. So, and sales as well, ask things like, what's their closing rate? Could even look at their script, look at their framework, and make sure this is all dialed in, basically, because it's going to be very hard to land a good position if none of these are ticked off. So that's the first thing. Second thing is repeat what worked. Do more of what worked. Now, us as humans, we have a natural tendency to seek novelty, and that's also going to include doing things that may not work, that hasn't been proven but provides novelty, that feels new. So classic example, if you're a setter, and I'll give a closer example. Classic example of a setter is by deviating the framework, deviating from the script. Like, yeah, I'm not saying don't be flexible. I'm not saying don't be versatile or don't test out, don't experiment. But if you know for a fact that the framework you're doing right now works, it books meetings, and it gets high quality clients in the door, then why would you deviate from that? Because I did this as well. I fell victim to this as well. Like, I was going towards a certain framework for a while, saying this, and this, and it was working. And then I switched over to some other different framework, like a different series of questions and a different structure. And I noticed, like, in those couple weeks, like, we didn't make as much. And then I looked at it, and I looked at the first one, I compared the second one, which I was doing, and it was evident that the first kind of structure that I was using worked better. So I went back to that, and guess what? Now we're on pace. So do more of what worked. Even if it's boring, you're going to get bored of it at times. So if you're a closer, kind of same thing with the framework. A kind of same thing of, you know, whatever, however you run the sales call, and if it works, if you have something proven and that works for you personally, keep doing that. Don't try to deviate too much. You don't need to deviate off of something that already prints money, that already works. Why would you do that? Unless you're trying to experiment something new or A/B test. But most of the time, and don't kid yourself, you're probably trying to do new things for the sake of doing new things. And this is the root of success, guys. If you can make $1 on the internet, you can make 10. If you can make $10 on the internet, you can make 100, and so on. Do more of what worked, guys. And I'm gonna add here, eliminate what didn't work. So it goes vice versa. If you're doing something and it's clearly not working, and you're being consistent with it, and you know for a fact if you keep doing it, it's not gonna work, then why do you keep doing it? Cut it out. Just stick to what works. Just only do the needle moving tasks. Only do the stuff that actually is going to move the needle and help you get paid, help you close more deals, help you set more meetings on the calendar. Third thing is be proactive. You want to always look for ways to get 1% better. So what I mean by being proactive is not sitting around and waiting for opportunities to come to you. Don't sit around expecting things. Don't be entitled, basically. So when I was trying to, like, in January, what I was doing, so between January and December, so December, I was kind of being I wasn't being very proactive. I wasn't being very open-minded and looking for different ways to continue growing our company. And then in January, this is where it kind of kicked in. Look, dude, you need to find different ways. Do this, do that, because that's gonna directly lead to more revenue. So what do you mean, Matt? Like, what sort of things did you actually do? I got consistent again on the YouTube channel because I knew it would help build more trust. It gives a lot of value into the market. Excuse the stopwatch. It was already working in the past. Like, my YouTube grew and it helped me get more clients. So why did I stop it? Again, do more of what works. So my YouTube was working, but I stopped it. So I'm gonna do that again. And I know for a fact this has helped a lot. This channel, even if I've only got like 750 something subscribers, I'm not that famous, or I'm not even that famous. I know it's helped get a lot of clients. It's had a big impact. So starting the YouTube channel again. What else? Being more, promoting more, shouting out more about the offer, shouting out more about our client wins, checking in on clients consistently, making sure they're okay. That's called being proactive, guys. Like, you don't want to sit around and wait for things to go wrong. You don't want to wait for the roof to burn down. You want to act. And then this ties into looking for ways to get 1% better. So again, starting the YouTube channel, reading certain books, asking certain people, getting certain mentors to help you get 1% better at your craft so that you can succeed even further and take the company to greater heights, because that's going to take you as well. It's like, whatever I don't know what they call it. It's like lifting the boats or lifting the tides with the boats. I don't know. So if you lift yourself, you're going to lift the company. So that's what I mean by that. Be proactive. Always look for ways to get 1% better. Because I notice a lot of closers, a lot of setters, let's say, for example, they don't want to post content. Why don't they want to post content? Like, what have you got to hide? Yeah, you might not be that good, but what's it going to actually lead to? Think about it in the long term. What's it actually going to lead to? If you start posting on YouTube, guys, if you start posting on YouTube for at least 30 to 60 days consistently, come back to this video, and if it doesn't work, tell me if it doesn't work with helping you grow your business, because I trust you guys. If you just post consistently, if you're not afraid to get out there, you will see growth, and it's going to grow your business. I don't know where I'm going at this point. My brain is malfunctioning a bit, but let's speed this up. So number 4 is know your numbers. I gave you the tracking sheet in the track your numbers video, which I'll link up here. If you haven't watched that video as well, go watch it. But it is super, super important to know your numbers. So what does knowing your numbers actually look like? Knowing your numbers is clarity. Knowing your numbers is direction. If you know how many clients it takes to hit your goal, and you can reverse engineer it to know how many calls do I need to book, how many closes do I need, how many closes do I need, how many calls do I need to book, how many links do I have to send. If you can reverse engineer all that, you can literally dictate how much you make that month. So when I was in January, we're doing a lot of number crunching. We knew it would take 15 to 20 clients to hit our goal. I won't indirectly say how much the program is, but it would take us 15 to 20 new clients to hit our goal. And then we reverse engineer that. Okay, what is your closing rate? And then we do a bit of maths here and there. You don't have to be a big maths fan, just hand it off to someone else. But okay, we need 15 to 20 new clients. How many calls do we need to book then, considering our closing rate? Okay, how many links do we have to send, considering how many people will actually follow through and book in a call? And then how many people do we have to message? How many people? And then at some point, you're going to go back to the start, which is messaging people, which is number of conversations per day. So if you know your numbers, you know how many conversations you need to start, then you'll be good for the month. Just make sure you show up every day and do those numbers. If this isn't making any sense, just put it in the comments below. So know your numbers. Again, watch that video about tracking your numbers so you know what I mean. And then the last thing, my favorite tip: less money but team you love is better than more money but team you hate. So this wasn't actually my first setter position. This wasn't actually my first setter position. I've had one before, right before Elijah's. And I won't say who it is. And I'm not saying I hated working for them. That's not what I'm saying. So if they're watching this, I'm not throwing shade at all. But I just realized it wasn't a fit. I just realized when I'm working for Elijah, I'm working with the team, I'm working with the students. I don't know. I just feel like I align more with their vision. I align more with where they're trying to get, basically. So compared to the other company where, again, and it's no shot at them, but they were still starting out, kind of in the startup phase. They had a rock solid offer, but their marketing and their sales was a bit shaky. But I'm sure they're succeeding by now. But enough about me. I'd rather work for a team like I'd get along with and I really just enjoy working for, and pushes me and holds me accountable, and calls me out, but also supports me when it's needed, and still make a bit less money compared to a company where I do maybe make a bit more money, but for a team that I pretty much don't like hanging around with or don't really align with their culture with. Because I know our closer, Homero, used to work for, he had the situation, he made 10 to 15 bands for a company, working for a company, but the team was very cutthroat and it was very player versus player, which isn't a bad thing, but I remember him saying to me he didn't really enjoy it there. So then when he left and he went working with us, he enjoys it a lot. I mean, the team are out in Washington right now in Airbnb. I can't make it because I'm in the UK, but I'm sure we'll make something happen very soon. The team meets up. And maybe he's making less money. And again, we're still in the beginning phases. This is still a new company. And another reason why it's better to do this first bit, is because your peace of mind is priceless. If you are constantly stressed working with people who are very cutthroat and you don't agree with, you might be making 10 to 15 to 20k a month, but what's the point if you hate it, if you hate hopping on the team calls every single day? Your peace of mind is incredibly important. And you can think clearer if you're not stressed, if you're not angry, if you're not resentful, and you make better decisions that way. And that's always going to lead to a return on investment. Maybe down the line, they do make way more money than their old company because of that clarity in your head, that peace of mind. But yeah, these are some of the things I learned. 5 things that I learned so far. Growing the company from, the company pretty much went from 0 to 43K in 90 days. Now, the first month, it was Elijah. And then I stepped in. I pretty much helped him. I'm pretty much helping him set appointments, and the rest is history. So it's been an explosive growth. It's been an amazing journey so far. And I'm really looking forward to what the rest of the 11 months have in store for us. So anyways, this is just some documentation. You can get here as well with hard work if you get in the right vehicle, with the right rock solid offer, solid marketing and sales. Just follow these tips, and I promise you 43K months will be the new standard for you guys. So like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you were serious about becoming a high ticket setter or a closer in 2023, the link is in the description to book a call. We'll see if you're a good fit, if we can help you out in the first place. So anyways, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.